How would you stress on the importance of ensuring equity investments then to tackle inflation?
So, what happens here is that uh, we'll talk about equity in just a moment. You need to have savings. A lot of people in the last 20, 25 years that I've seen, people earn money and then they spend it. And they think there is an inertia of income which will happen forever, which means income will continue and will continue to rise as well endlessly. Now, situations like this, scenes that we are facing right now, give us, a moment of truth. So you need savings. Now, whichever way you understand, whether you put it in fixed deposits or wherever, as long as you got some backup, you'll be better off than someone who doesn't have a backup, right? That's point number one. Another thing, equities. Now, why invest in companies which are growing? There is always going to be some industry which will do better than the other. For example, maybe the pharma industry is doing better than the tourism industry at this point in time. So when you start looking at the earnings that these companies generate, if they are generating in the range of 15-20% earnings for themselves, automatically as shareholders, we also get that benefit. Now, by which what this means is you can go and invest in equities directly, or you can go through the mutual fund route, whatever suits you. But the point is that when you have a return on equity, or when the equity market income from these companies, when those companies generate about 12 to 15 to 20% growth in their incomes, in their sales, in their turnover, that does translate into growth for the share prices that we are holding for them. It does not always move in a linear fashion, but broadly, this is the logic. So for the people who are willing to get into equities and realize the fact that equities will do double of inflation, and which is what will see you through many, many years in future, which will of course create wealth also over a period of time, that's the option. And for the ones who are still going to be a little conservative, or for the senior citizens where we know that fixed deposits will do 5-6% and they're struggling with that, maybe look at options like peer-to-peer lending, where you're more or less bypassing the bank. You're doing a similar activity, but your returns are then higher in the range of 8 to 11 to 12%. So that's the other thing that you can do. Debt funds also do about 5-6%. So therefore, I think there are two major options as I see in today's time. Equities is number one. Perpetually, it will create wealth for you. And the other ones, part of the portfolio could be put into P2P lending.